And Johan, bravi! What a fabulous first act. Oh my God, the singing. Oh, this is the longest opera either of you will ever sing. And your courtship begins with the opening bars and doesn't get resolved for another 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
How do you pace yourselves?
I don't think of it. I just try to go as far as I go and as quickly as I go and get the voice going and use the first act basically to sing in the voice.
Oh, okay. Right.
And then the second and then the third act.
You didn't sound like you were warming up to me. It sounded pretty amazing. Wait, I need my typical bear hug here. And Johan Walter is a role you sing so often, but I understand you continue to work on it with a voice teacher from time to time.
That's correct. I'm trying to work as much as possible. Every time when I open the score, there's something new in the part.
Yeah.
And something new that I just found that I can work with.
It shows. You get better and better. And you bring a bit of a swagger to this character. You think of him as a rebel?
No, yeah, I think so. I mean,
Leather?
Well, yeah, think of him as a guy who's coming into a new world where nobody knows him. He's, turning the whole place upside down. Even in the second act, make them to fight with each other.
Okay.
And then in the third act, sings the song, composes a song, and win his prize.
There she is. And that's it. Your character, Ava, hasn't known Vulture that long, and yet she's ready to elope with him. Why is she so taken with him?
No, I'm pretty sure that this was love at first sight.
Oh,
yeah.
So romantic.
Yeah.
Is it the most difficult role you sing?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think every role, the moment I sing it, every role is very difficult, feels difficult. But this is rather a short one, so I mean, the opera is long, but my part is actually a very small part in it, so.
It's a grateful role, isn't it? It's a beautiful role.
Yes, I think so.
Johan, you've collaborated with Maestro Levine on numerous occasions. So describe your musical relationship with him when it comes to Wagner in particular.
Well, he's one of the few conductors in the world that really can push the orchestra to do the dynamics that have been composed in the score, in the full score, as Wagner himself have composed it. He can keep the orchestra also in pianissimo and give us also a chance to get over the orchestra and sing.
And we want the variety in the audience.
Yes.
We want the nuance.
Yes.
And then I understand that you heard Maestro Levine conduct the Ring Cycle in Bayreuth in 1997. What impressed you most about him then, and did you imagine you'd be singing with him one day?
No. I could not imagine that because I thought, oh my God, what on earth are they doing there? This was because I was trained as a Mozart and old music singer, so I thought, how can these people, deliver this kind of performance? These long notes and these tempi that are so slow, and yet
and the stamina required.
I thought they're a different species, and now I'm getting to sing with them.
Fabulous. Well, thank you, Annette and Johan, and go rest up.
Thank you.
Director Otto Schenk's realistic staging of Die Meistersinger calls on the Met's vast technical resources, as well as a lot of manpower. I'm joined now by our head of production, John Sellers. Hello, John.
Hi, Renee. How are you?
Tell us a little bit about the scene change going on behind us. What's happening now?
So we're trying to strike all of Act 1. The church is made up of lower pieces and upper pieces, so we lift the upper pieces, move the lower pieces away, land the upper pieces, roll them away, there's a drop through that, come out of the air. And then Act 2, which is set behind the camera on our stage, right wagon is going to drive out onto the stage, lift the lifts a little bit, and create the streets of Nuremberg.
How many stage lifts are in use, and how are they being deployed?
Well, for Act 2, we use 4. Lifts 5, 6, and 7. Once the wagon is out and in place, we'll lift 5, 6, and 7 to create sort of a stair-step effect. So the street scene in Nuremberg is actually looks like on a hillside.
Oh, and what about the stagehands? How many are working today?
They're all working. There's about 100 of them. It's an old joke. There's about 100 of them on stage today, between the carpenters, and the electricians, and the property.
That's amazing. Incredible, the manpower. And John, this production premiered in 1993, and it represents a naturalistic style that was popular at the Met in recent decades. I know you've also got another huge production, Franco Zeffirelli's La Bohème, playing tonight. How How is it possible to swap all of Renaissance Nuremberg with the bustle of 19th century Paris in one afternoon?
Well, that's our biggest challenge today because Meistersinger is particularly long.
Right.
A lot of scenery, 3 complete acts. Bohème is also a lot of scenery, 3 complete acts. And we use the stage machinery to help with that, our wagons. But both of those shows in-house at the same time present a particular space problem.
It has to be one of the toughest days of your year.
Yeah, it really is. And of course, the curtain is a little bit late tonight as a result.
Right. Oh, so what's the trickiest part of this current transition right now?
Mostly, again, it's about the space because we have the 2 biggest shows in-house at the same time. That's the trickiest thing. It's basic scenery.
Right.
It's wood flats and it's platforms, that sort of stuff. So it's not technically challenging. It's just there's a lot of it.
Well, thank you so much, John.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Our cameras will follow the scene change during this intermission break.